But it's a fascinating race, and I say Getabird was favoured for such a long time for the Cheltenham bumper last year until injury ruled him out. Carter Mackay did run in the bumper at Cheltenham. He ran disappointingly and finishing 15th behind ill-fated Fianna, and had won 2 bumpers previous to that. Finished up the season then by finishing 6th here in the big Grade 1 bumper at the festival. Was a good winner when being left in front and a heavy fight fall from a Joseph O'Brien horse. His name escapes me. First time out over hurdles at Goran Park. He subsequently went on and finished 2nd subsequently. But let's get up to Desi for the call for a feature event, the Grade 2 Moscow Flyer Hurdle.
There's Carter McKay. They're being followed then by Mengli Khan in 3rd, and then there's a further break to Makatorix, who's just ahead of High School Days, and the back marker, top of the row, as they make the way now. Making the run across to approach the second flight, and the field pretty well strung out as Getabird goes along out in front. Stable companion Carter McKay in 2nd, Mengli Khan is 3rd. Then tracking them towards the inside is Makatorix, and on the outside of Makatorix is High School Days with top of the row, the back markers. So they're over that flight and now racing on up in front of the stands. And the leader going along, Getabird 3 in front, Carter McKay 2nd, and Mengli Khan is in 3rd, Makatorix next, and then High School Days followed by top of the row as they continue on now right across from the stands and heading now to the flight. That'll take them out with the circuit ahead of them. Getabird's over in front, followed in 2nd by Carter McKay. Then Makatorix improving on the inside of Mengli Khan, a couple of lengths to High School Days, with the back marker into the turn to swing away from the stands, top of the row. So beginning now to make the descent and take them on the run now towards the 4th, and Getabird. Patrick Mullins in the lead from Carter McKay and David Mullins. Mengli Khan, Davy Russell on the outside of Makatorix and Rachel Blackmore with High School Days. Dennis O'Regan in front of top of the row and Brian Cooper. Now they go towards this flight. Getabird bowling along in the lead to Carter McKay. Mengli Khan on the outside of Makatorix, a couple of lengths to High School Days, who's followed by top of the row as they go over that flight. And it's Getabird in front, Carter McKay, Makatorix on the inside of Mengli Khan, a couple of lengths then to High School Days and top of the row. Right across the stands now, they've passed the halfway point, and in the lead Getabird, showing it 2-length leader to Makatorix on the inside of Carter McKay. Mengli Khan is 4th, High School Days followed by top of the row. Getabird, Makatorix, followed in 3rd place by Carter McKay with Mengli Khan in 4th. Couple of lengths to High School Days, and the back marker is top of the row. Going now to the last flight on the far side, and it is Getabird going along in the lead, Makatorix and Carter McKay, and 3 stable companions in front of Mengli Khan in 4th, and they're being followed by High School Days with top of the row just the back marker of the 6th. They're turning now to race across towards the final half mile, and 3 left to jump. Getabird leads. Carter McKay, Makatorix, Mengli Khan in 4th, a couple of lengths to High School Days on top of the row. Getabird, Carter McKay, Makatorix, Mengli Khan on the outside improving, and the break then to High School Days, top of the row. Making the run now towards the second last in the Sky Bet Moscow Flyer Novice Hurdle. Getabird, Patrick Mullins, alongside is Carter McKay and David Mullins. Mengli Khan jumping up on the outside, and they've gone on from Makatorix. Getabird now makes the approach to the turn into the straight. In the lead, chased by Mengli Khan. In 3rd is Carter McKay as they race now for the final flight, and Getabird and Patrick Mullins out a couple of lengths in front. Mengli Khan, High School Days trying to improve down now towards the final flight, and it's Getabird out in the lead from Mengli Khan as they come to the last. Getabird over in front, Mengli Khan in 2nd, and they're clear as they run up towards the finish, and Getabird now begins to lengthen away from the front and up towards the finish. Getabird continues the winning ways for the Ricci's. Second home is Mengli Khan, then Carter McKay and High School Days.
Well, a very, very impressive performance by Getabird. Yet another winner in this race, the Moscow Flyer hurdle for Willie Mullins. He's won it in the past with Douvan, Getaway, Vautour, Min most recently. Getabird, very, very impressive. He obviously won over 2.5 miles in his maiden hurdle here the last day. Third horse gone out and won twice, we said since Beyond the Law. And Patrick Mullins obviously knew this horse would stay well. Must have been a little bit of a doubt about him dropping back in trip when Patrick was so adamant he was going to make the running. He's got a lovely gallop in front, able to dictate things from the front end. He's jumped really, really well on the whole. Mengli Khan, no excuses for him. Wasn't good enough in the day. Missed the fourth last, missed the last as well. But as I say, he was beat at that stage. But I just love the way this horse quick enough from the back of the last. Patrick Mullins has given him a couple of backhanders and he's just drew away with each stride up to the line. Very, very impressive winner indeed. As I said, this horse was very well touted before he won his bumper at Fairyhouse, then followed up on his winner's bumper on Goff's Tyestes Day when beating Hardline by 1.5 lengths that day. It was good when winning his maiden hurdle. Over 2.5 miles here at Punchestown. And see him coming down to the last. Pricked his ears. Patrick Mullins met him spot on. Couple of backhanders. I love this horse's attitude, and be under no illusions. I know this was 2.5 miles, but this horse is far from slow. He's won 2 bumpers, but I just love the way he's quick enough from the back of the last. Carter Mackay's run a good race back in third. High School Days, the improving filly. She won her last 3 handicap hurdles. Has run a cracker back and forth as well. But Patrick Mullins, a beaming Patrick Mullins, comes back in after winning the feature event, the Grade 2 Moscow Flyer in the colours of Rich and Susannah Ricci on his dad's Getabird.
It was pretty impressive, wasn't he? Very, very fluent success for Getabird, the even money favourite. The market strongly with him. Mengli Khan second at 7-4. We'll take a break.